Hello and welcome to the sixth session of Tales from the Loop. We are in the midpoint of a campaign for this game of an alternate 80s and then alternate 90s, the second part being Things from the Flood. And we're at the sort of the last session of our gang as kids. I keep stressing that so I can increase the players' anxiety levels. That's my goal throughout here. My name is Lowell, and this is part of the Gauntlet Hangouts, which is an online gaming community. We have a number of podcasts, and we have a Gauntlet forum. We have all these online games, about 200 each month right now. That's all assisted by our Patreon campaign that we have that you can check out. And actually subscribing to the Patreon campaign at certain levels can get you our monthly zine that we do called Codex. And also at a certain level can get you sort of early access to some of the events that we have. So check that out at gauntlet-rpg.com. But we are here with our characters who are rolling off of the start of an investigation. Unfortunately, Nicole, if you've been watching or listening to this, Nicole's player is ill today, so she will not be joining us. But this is how it goes. That player is also moving, so that's in it. One of the things eventually we'll talk about. I put a little chart on the NPCs and images tab for what sessions we have scheduled. And who I know is going to be out in particular sessions, because when Rich moves, there'll be a couple days that he's out, and then Darren is fleeing the country at the end of June. So there we go. So Justin, where would you like us to start? Do you want to do another home scene, or do we think you've gone from the barn straight over to this abandoned golf course?
I don't know. I'd be inclined to go to a golf course.
Okay. Then this is a golf course that has been owned by the city town for a long time, kind of privately owned and then handed over to the city. They had this restaurant that we established last time. All of this is kind of closed down. There's a parking lot. It's all fenced up, and the courses have been allowed to kind of go to seed. So there's a lot of weeds and things like that. There's a lot of argument. People are talking about going in there and doing mosquito abatement at the various water hazards that are there. But it is kind of creepy, and there's lots of probably stories about that. What's one story you've heard about this golf course, Justin?
I think there are stories about like one of the greens, which always stays mowed no matter what. There's just these like loud motor sounds in the middle of the night sometimes. So people think there's some sort of like ghost gardener or whatever.
Holly, what group of kids do you think, either your age or an older age, are like associated with hanging out here or partying around here?
There was a kid named Jeremy, I think, who was having the party. I think he's got like an older brother or something. And so I've heard stories about like them coming in and, you know, getting drunk and like rolling around in the grass or just running around doing stupid stuff, probably breaking things.
They talk about stuff, some of it you don't quite get, but you nod along with that. Because this is at night. Darlene, what story have you told about staying out after dark?
That I've told?
Yeah. What have you told your mom or your uncles about why you're out? Is this a
Um,
school night? No, no,
no,
it's yeah, no, it is October, so we are. It could be school night. Is it school night or not school night?
well, we're coming up on Halloween, remember?
Right.
So I think for that right now, the story is that I was going to be staying with Nicole.
Okay.
Okay. Which would have been because she would have told the story that she was going to be staying overnight with me, but then she hasn't shown up. So I have a great deal of anxiety about this right now.
That is a little weird. Um, and Buzz, because you are always prepared, what is it that you have brought to this expedition? You are muted. Take a drink.
I think this time I haven't brought anything because we don't need anything except our friendship. What else could prepare us?
Is that Buzz's sincere belief?
You know what? I think so because I think every time we brought something, it's gone like wrong. Hasn't been useful. So I think Buzz is like, we don't need anything. We just need us.
Yeah, you remember someone getting in trouble for the hammock, the vanishing of the hammock. So you arrive at it's just after dark here. Of course, it's getting dark earlier as we go into this. If it's not a school night, it's probably Friday night, which means that Halloween is in 3 days on that Monday, and the party at Jeremy's is probably tomorrow night, a Saturday night. That would make sense just before that. So that is the timeline that you are operating under. So what is the plan, Justin? Are you just going to search the grounds, or do you have some other ideas here? Because you get on site, and then it's a question of, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, I think we'd probably check around the restaurant and main building first, just to see if anybody's camping out in there, and then I don't know, we might have to spiral out to other sites from there.
How do you get over the fence? Or through it? What is the method that you use to do that?
Oh, well, I think it's obviously Cop. We find a good spot and he gets to digging, and he makes us a nice path under the fence.
Darlene, Holly, are you up for having to crawl through a dog clawed underpath?
I don't know. I think that while it was being dug, she would have been walking along the fence line looking to see if there was already an entry.
Oh, and you found the way that the older kids come in.
Yeah, exactly.
That
We'll
makes
meet
sense.
you on the other side, guys.
So of course we get the scene of the dog getting to the other side and running up to you two, having gone through a hole in the fence. So you will begin to move around. You're heading up to this old I believe this is the I think this Galaxy golf course, if I recall correctly, and up to the building. You can. Do you guys have flashlights?
Yes.
Okay.
Surely we do.
All right. And of course, it's the late 80s, so you've got these big, heavy D-cell flashlights. You might even have like the Coleman camping one with the big front on it that has one of those giant volt batteries in it that you could do. It's made of plastic that looks like it ought to float, but you think that'd be a bad idea. I got the big rubber clicker down switch on it. So you are looking around. It's very hard to see into the building itself, just because of the shades and things like that. But I think what you were saying, Justin, is you wanted to investigate the grounds around that.
Yeah, like if someone's camping out in the restaurant or the main building or whatever, like surely they have some way that they're coming in and out, and if this place is abandoned, maybe they're not too careful about hiding it.
Sure. Let's have you make an investigation roll.
Character sheet. It's over here. All right. I think this is probably too large scale for a magnifying glass. So that'll be 8. Ugh.
That was one of the best rolls I've ever seen, just because all of the early dice are 5 1s, and then a 6. If this were Mutineer Zero, where you can take damage on ones, this would kill you.
Oh God.
So yeah, it looks to you like as you kind of move around, you can see that the back door has been prized open, but put back into place. But the thing that strikes you is, yeah, there's like foot traffic prints around of like people who've come and checked it out, and like cigarette butts, and like a bunch of Little King's bottles. The only beer that comes pre-skunked, kind of set off to the side. But those are older, like those aren't recent. But you do see some other tracks. I'm going to give you a follow-up question.
She said this door is like it's easy to open. It's
Been pulled open and then pushed back into place. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You got an idea?
What about the other tracks? What do they tell us? Are they people? Something like that?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
You stop and look closer and get the flashlights all aimed at them? No. Those are robot tracks. Like, you can tell this is, I mean, they're the sort of the square metal, varied thing, maybe a spider robot. Probably the ones you see most are like observer robots that go, for some of the labs and things, like they're checking for leaks and stuff. They're probably the size of, a big dog. Probably also see there are Firewatch robots that are a little bit bigger, probably the size of a horse, that go around. And then, of course, there's all the various farming robots. The thing that strikes you is you kind of know a little bit about robots, and you don't recognize sort of the spacing and design of the tracks here. Holly,
So,
what are you
just to make it
oh,
clear
yes.
for myself, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So there's one set of robot tracks, but we can't tell which kind. You were just giving a list of other kinds of robots that we knew about.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we weren't seeing all
Okay.
of them.
No. Thank you.
And those are the most recent tracks you were talking about, right?
Those are the most recent tracks, yes.
Okay, cool.
Holly, while Justin is moving around, checking this out, what are you up to?
You said there was a door that had been like closed again.
Yeah.
Is there, as they're looking at the footprints, I think I just kind of like step past him and want to try to
Okay.
open that.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem. It is, however, noisy when you pull it open. It's one of those like metal back doors, and the hinges are kind of rusted, and so you'll get that full on as you open it up.
Stop and then do it real slow.
Okay, get that moving carefully along there, and you've got a good sneak and a decent body score, so not a problem. You will go inside, and you.
I think just look inside first.
Yeah, sure. What will probably hit you is that smell, because this goes into the kitchen, of old grease that has been sitting around for a long time. You kind of look, and you know instinctively you know this place is just going to be sticky in there. It looks like they left a lot of stuff around. Like you'll see on the counter those big white industrial sized things of mayonnaise and mustard and ketchup and all of those things that have been left to rot here.
Okay, and I don't hear anything moving down this hallway.
No, I don't think you do.
Okay, close the door, or not close the door. Just leave it where it is.
Okay, Darlene, what are you up to?
I think that having found those footprints going in and out of the door, right? I think she'd be trying to check to figure out which were the most recent ones. So looking for the most recently bruised grass or something like that, because robots are pretty heavy.
Oh yeah.
So you can kind of tell it. She'd figure from like the smell of the grass or whether it's still bruised, fresh or not.
So yeah, let's have you make an investigate. You want to try and find the tracks of this thing?
Yes, the most recent ones.
Okay.
So, of course. Sorry, gotta find my character sheet here. Okay, so investigate is.
I think outside right now.
What?
Oh, Sarah asked a question in the chat.
Okay. I got 3 6s.
Okay, well, in that case, you can tell that the most recent set of tracks goes deeper into the heart of the golf course, has gone and moved back there, and maybe in the last 24 hours, you would guess. The other thing that you will see is there's another set of robot tracks.
Okay.
Different configuration, like a weird, like footfall combined with spider thing. That's like on the outskirts, like circles the building a couple of times.
Okay, the building itself or the whole course?
The building itself, and then kind of goes out into the course. I'll give you a follow-up question.
What kind of robot is that?
Nothing you've ever seen. It's clearly homemade.
Okay.
Nobody would build a robot like that. I mean, like no industrial robot would be, designed that way because it's clearly off balance. and it's clearly got two modes of locomotion that aren't entirely compatible.
So is it like the spider stuff is outside to keep it balanced on the other treads?
It looks like it must have partially moving on a spider thing and partially moving on kind of a leg thing, like left and
like-
right.
Oh, that is super weird. I will come back and tell everyone excitedly my story.
Buzz? What are you up to,
Clearing
Buzz?
my throat. I think me and Cop are helping out Justin, maybe like trying to figure out these tracks and seeing if there are any more. Yeah, kind of just like also doing that,
Okay,
helping out.
but still not going in the building.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I think I'm more interested in seeing like maybe like I don't know, scouting around outside. Basically, I'm gonna channel my inner druid maybe and speak to the blades of grass.
Absolutely. Let's have you make a investigate roll, and you may use cop for 2 extra dice.
Yes, good. 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 dice. Look at that. I got 1 6.
1 6. You're pretty sure you see movement on the golf course.
Oh.
Like you're kind of looking in the it's not full moon. Full moon falls on Halloween this year. But it's pretty bright, and there is just this glint, and you see something, and you're pretty sure it's not an animal, and you're pretty sure it's not a person. It's like a vehicle or some kind of low moving robot. Just a glint of it catches deeper in on the golf course.
I think Cop is probably growling since this seems nefarious, and I'm just gonna like fall. I'm gonna drop and flatten on the grass. If anyone sees me, probably Darlene comes out, and I'm like, shh.
What is it?
There's something shiny.
I think there's 2 robots.
Everyone get down.
And she'll kind of crouch down next to you. You know, she's wearing a dress and patent leather shoes. And she's like, she gets down, she goes, if it's robots, what can we use against them?
We're gonna have to outsmart them.
Okay.
That speaks volumes.
All right. And I think she'll like run over. I mean, she'll keep herself hunched over, but she'll go over towards the door where Holly is. And she's like,
I think Holly had like definitely turned around and like not seen you because you were lying down in the very long grass.
yeah, she'll kind of pop up next to you and go, okay, so it's 2 robots. And she'll sort of look inside there and she goes, and we're going to need something that we can use against them.
It's probably something in the kitchen. Okay, come on.
Okay. She'll follow you.
Yeah, and
And
we'll.
she'll kind of stop back and go, hey, Buzz, come on. No, she's like talking to Buzz. Buzz, come on. And he'll pop up too.
Like army crawl, or like try to army crawl. I'm a 10-year-old. I don't really army crawl.
You're really on your hands and knees.
Yeah.
You think you're recrawling.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Cop trying to imitate you, though.
Yes.
Justin,
What?
we're going into the kitchen.
Oh. Okay.
Holly, and I'll ask this of Sarah. Sarah, have you ever been to a movie theater that is in its dying days or has terrible staff?
Yeah.
That is, then you know the floor. The when you step in it, the second you kind of feel a little resistance when you lift your foot up, and it does that as it comes up. And so immediately your footsteps are as you move along here. What do you find in the kitchen that can be used for a robot fighting?
There are probably the remains of like very simple robots in here for like serve as line cooks essentially.
Yeah, like they've got one of those, like probably an automated thing that rolls down a line and does basic handle things. Um, uh, it looks like the innards of that have been taken out. But what would you grab? Would you grab like an arm or an actuator or something? What do you think?
I'm thinking electricity, but this place is pretty dead, right? It has been dead for a while. Mm-hmm.
Might be able to rig something up with one of these big old flashlight batteries.
I think Holly's instinct would just be to take an arm.
Okay. So yeah, this thing is old. It's been already partially taken apart. So essentially, you will get this robo line cook's arm off of this thing. And if anything else was greasy, this arm is sticky. Justin, you see Holly go in. She begins to search around. You hear her move around, and see her work this arm off this robo line cook. What are you doing?
I'm not like as freaked out about the robot. I haven't seen that. But I do think he'd be like intrigued by these footprints going in and seeing if he can follow these like muddy robot prints anywhere through this building, see where they go.
Yeah, you can actually follow that inside, and you will get in there, and it looks like something has come through here and taken anything wired or boards or anything like that has been taken, much like the thefts you saw otherwise. But there's also, like, on the counter, when you kind of step out where the luncheonette counter kind of goes out to the restaurant, you will see this little red light, and you can see that there is a camera operating.
Oh, need to get that turned off as fast as we can.
Okay. So I think that will be Tinker.
Got a little bit of that.
Let's see it. Does your magnifying glass help?
Yeah, I think so. Like definitely like following where the wires go into some sort of like outlet or circuit board or whatever. Help me find the little details and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's you. No, not D-Force. That would be unhelpful. Oh, geez, 3 6s.
So you will get up to it and you will realize that this is kind of both a camera, like a real basic security camera, with a microphone, like a baby monitor style microphone. It was clearly aimed out the front windows to kind of get, keep an observation on anybody coming in the parking lot. It's plugged in to a battery pack that's there that looks very makeshift, and it's clearly got very low range RF transmissions. But you'll be able to turn that off. You suspect it's probably picked up the noise of you guys coming in here.
But it was pointed away from us?
Yeah, so it didn't see you.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll get this disabled cleanly, swiftly, and with no other alert to the other end of this.
You say not far on the like RF range of it. To have a general idea of how far that would be?
Could reach across the golf course, probably.
Okay. Cool.
Holly has made a makeshift weapon. Justin has disabled security. Darlene?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am looking for the clearly absolutely unused mop, because I know that it gives me some reach and that there's a metal thing at the end. And
Absolutely. It's still in the plastic. It's still one of those mops with the full like blue and white tassels make it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think she's going to grab one of those. It's like the cleanest thing in the building. So,
Shockingly so. But yes, you've got a mop lance now.
all right.
And what about you, Buzz?
I think that I found a can of something. A can of
An aerosol can? Is that what you're looking for?
no, I'm looking for a snack.
Okay.
I think I found a can and I'm busted into it to have a snack.
What here would remain that you could pop open? Is it pickle jar?
Oh yeah, that's good. Pickle
Yeah.
jar.
You like look around and you see back the glint of the Vlasic stork on this thing, and you'll pull it forward. Oh yeah, it's a full thing of kosher dills.
I think everyone hears a crunch.
Oh no, you don't hear a crunch because these are old enough. When you put them in your mouth, there's no crunch.
Oh.
It's the soft give of a pickle that has been in these things in this brine for way too long.
It's a little bitter then, huh?
Yeah. It's a little slimy, a little soft in your mouth there.
You guys, there's no snacks.
What are pickles?
Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, there's pickles.
No, they're no good.
I found this camera up front. Someone was watching the parking lot to see if anybody came this way.
Oh, it's probably the robots.
Okay, but why? They just seem to have come in here and ripped apart all the electronics. Why watch the building?
So the tracks for the second one I saw, it looked like spider on one half and regular robot shoe on the other.
Whoa.
So I think one of them's homemade or repaired or fixed or something.
So there's got to be like some sort of machine lab around here or something, or a workshop, or...
All the robot things are heading towards the middle of the golf course.
Where's that thing outside?
I don't know. It was coming towards us. And she holds up her mop.
Sort of hold up the battery and camera in either hand. It's not nearly as useful.
I love the pickle jar.
The vinegar might be hard on them.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Slowly
go.
corrodes their circuits.
Go take a look out the door and see if we can catch any sign of that thing coming up the hill.
No, actually, it doesn't look like there's anything coming up this way. But in the distance, you will kind of hear like clanging. like metal on metal clanging.
Oh, that sounds like some sort of workshop.
Justin, I really need to get those boards back.
Okay, I maybe they'll be too distracted to. Oh God, let's go.
We'll go scout it, okay? Go take a look.
And so, because this is the opportunity, I think there's a moment where somehow, as you're walking across the darkened golf course, we have the pairing up of Buzz and Justin kind of walking, and Holly and Darlene walking, across the golf course in the night, kind of in the dark. So, what is the conversation between Buzz and Justin here that we, the character building scene, even though they shouldn't be talking loud, but it's the logics of a drama. What do we see there?
Justin, I had to think of like the appropriate 10-year-old way to say this. Justin, how come you never come over to the farm anymore?
What? I mean, what came over to the clubhouse just today?
Yeah, but it's always like to go and run off and like find robots or dinosaurs or something. We never chase the chickens around the yard like we used to.
Well, after that one time with Cop and the rooster, your mom got sick. But no, I mean, well, there's just been a lot of homework, and there's the stuff with. I mean, I've been hanging out a lot with Nicole recently, and then there was this party that we're getting ready for, and
That's what my sister says too. She's so much homework. She's hanging out with all her friends in college. No one's really like hanging out with me anymore.
well, I mean, no, I mean we'll still hang out. I mean, I'm going to would be like high school next year, wouldn't it? But no, we'll probably still hang out sometimes, right?
Whatever, Justin. No high schoolers ever want to hang out with like a middle schooler. You're gonna go to high school, have like high school friends, and I'll just be that weird farmer kid.
No. Look, I tell you what, we should have something regular. Like, I mean, names. My bane. What was it? Camp Peterson this summer was really fun. And you said you were gonna like maybe I could get to see some of the harvest equipment come fall. So it's like that time, right? Maybe I could help y'all with. I don't know. What do you farms do in the fall?
Well,
Animal something?
first we have to harvest everything, and then there's a lot of like the last farmers markets, and sometimes my mom lets me listen to the phone calls with like the buyers, for like the grocery stores, and then we have to start. I'm just gonna keep going on farm business. Do you mean it?
Look, yeah, I mean, next weekend, I don't think there's anything, so maybe I really could come over and sleep over Friday night instead of just lying to our parents and round robining.
There's like a
Just
pond.
you have to promise me something very serious. Just
What?
whatever we have for breakfast, please. Not the eggs, just not the eggs.
You'll have to talk to my mom about that yourself.
The last sunny side up was some alien planet with multiple suns, and it was very upsetting.
It was fine. That's what eggs are, Justin.
It had a feather in it.
That's a good luck.
And then I'm going to cut over to Holly and Darlene. You two, the two groups are kind of separated as you've moved along, just by sort of parallel paths. And I'm curious what that conversation is.
I think it's Darlene going. So I told my mom I was staying over at Nicole's. Ugh. She's not even here. What did you tell your dad?
I just went though.
What?
But I'm sure she's fine.
But you could kind of see when you said you just went, like her eyes get really big. She's like, you can do that?
He doesn't care. It's fine. I mean, sometimes he cares.
What? So you didn't tell him? And she's kind of like she just can't even get over that. She goes, okay, well.
Your parents always want to know where you are?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have a problem with me being out, but they want to know where I am.
Well, that sucks. What if you want to be on a golf course?
Well, I didn't tell them that. If I told them that, I'd be in less trouble than I'm going to be now that I told them I'm going to be at Nicole's and I'm not at Nicole's.
You can tell me to my house.
She sort of stops. She goes, okay, that would be great.
I mean, it's still a lie.
Yeah. But it makes more sense right now, doesn't it?
Not really.
You all will move along, and as you get closer, that as you kind of move maybe halfway, you can see that there is sort of in the center of the golf course what must be a big workshop / shed. This must be where they kept the carts, where they kept, the golf ball cleaners for repair, all of the landscaping equipment, all of that stuff. So it's a fairly sizable thing. And as you've gotten about halfway up towards it, that clanging stops. And then you'll hear like the sounds of things moving around. And the two pairs have kind of moved close to each other so you can communicate. Do you want to keep pressing forward? Do you want to wait? What do you want to do?
What's Cop doing?
Cop's ears are back.
Maybe we should take it slow, Justin.
Yeah. Let's get down and creep. Maybe we can see something through those bushes.
Alright, look, army crawl like me.
Justin, do you army crawl like him?
Oh, well, I mean, I have the army jacket, and we're both already sort of muddy, so I think there'll be like a Rambo sort of face painting moment, and then army crawling forward after Master Forester Buzz.
So that you see the two boys drop and begin to do the army crawl.
Like
Holly,
us and the dog, all three butts in the air, just sort of.
Holly, Darlene, do you follow suit? Darlene
Yeah,
disappeared.
she dropped down.
Okay. You look around and you don't see Darlene.
Disappeared in the
Briefly.
dark. I think, Holly would have paused when the noise stopped. But then when the two boys are continuing on, just hunch down a little bit. Not army crawling.
Okay.
But quieter. Not talking anymore.
Let us give Sherry a second because I assume the cat has futzed her machine and she's probably probably rebooting. We will give her a second here. Actually, let's do this. Let's take our 5-minute here, and if we need to, we'll take a second one a little bit later. Okay.
It didn't have anything to do with the cat.
Okay, but let's. Easier for you,
Okay.
I gave us a 5-minute break.
Okay, good thinking. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I think I'm back. I just don't know why this thing is now not working.
You mean? Oh, I know what it might be here.
Oh, okay. I had to push the internet cable back in there. I assume that I joggled it with my foot somehow.
Did you get monitor back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on a USB connector.
Why is all that stuff so...
Well, the USB connector is particularly loose, but the other connector is,
A little bit.
is because that cable end is broken. And I don't want to buy another 100-foot cable.
I understand. What kind of cable is it?
LAN cable.
Okay. Yep, I got you. Thank you. See you. We're taking a full 5 minutes here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a full 5.
Okay. So did anything happen after?
Nope.
I froze. She froze. We
They
all
were
froze.
about waiting their way. And Darlene was like, Holly was like. So keep an eye on it. I'm gonna try and get back in here.
Okay.
Hilarious. Yeah, Nicole's gonna miss trick or treating.
Oh, that's right. And I was going to dye my ghost curtains blues to be a force ghost like she was talking about. So my other monitor is like back, but it's all blue.
Like the color?
Yeah.
Like the coloration?
Yep. So I'm assuming that the connector that it's on is not quite settled in.
Yeah, you might actually turn it off and turn it back on,
Okay.
just in case.
Done. Nope. Still super blue.
You mean the color tint?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's usually a pin.
Yeah. Yeah, I plugged it back in from the USB into the thing, but the actual sort of connector into the USB might be loose. I'll get that set.
Okay. So this weird thing where control room tries to open itself up and like gives me this big error message that because it's not like I've clicked on control room, and it goes, "This can't run right now." Very odd.
What's the code it's saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I just closed the window. I don't care. It's just that I'm not hitting the button, and yet it's saying it's trying to run, and it sort of blinks up my screen to tell me that control room can't run.
Okay.
That doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's been doing that for a couple of weeks.
Okay. I'll take a look at it later.
It's just weird.
Might be. I'll check and see if something's coming up in startup that should do something.
Maybe. Or like when I closed it last, 2 weeks ago, I had it open. I don't know why I would, but
We'll check afterwards.
because I don't even have that as an icon.
Control room?
Yeah.
I think I put it in your start menu, but I might not have.
Oh, see, maybe you're the source of this.
It probably is because I had to use that to get your mic set.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's my fault.
Why must you ruin everything, lol?
We saw Detective Pikachu yesterday.
How is?
I enjoyed it.
It is got some really good world building in it. Like the world with all the Pikachu is done awesomely. Like it's a utopia almost. Everyone has a little Pikachu.
Everyone has a little Pokemon.
Oh, did I say it? Sorry.
Yeah.
See, you can tell I've never played, right?
Sherry and I are old enough that Pokemon is not necessarily in our wheelhouse, and yet we enjoyed it. Especially the several times we heard kids go, Pokeball! Charmander!
They were super excited with all the ones they recognized. So it was very cute. We pretty much laughed the whole time through. Also, when the movie previews were playing,
Don't tell them this.
there's a preview for A Dog's Journey too. I look over at Lowell, and there's like tears running down his face from it. It was really great. He went right from 0 to weeping over A Dog's Journey. So there you go.
Preview,
Those damn movies.
that preview is like chemically designed to make me cry. That is like absolutely in my. The second I see it, I start crying, kind of thing. Like All Dogs Go to Heaven. Those kinds of things. That will just boom. I'm done. Ooh. Yeah, and I'm continually wiping to the whole next preview, which is Sonic. After that, so you've stopped to observe, and you will see from this sort of garage / warehouse. You see, there's an open, like sliding garage door there that's kind of to the side, and you will see these 3 robots emerge. And they look hodgepodge. They look like they are built out of pieces. They've got weird like clippers and things like that you like recognize as a sort of like automated gardening things, and they've got very basic sensors and stuff. And you'll definitely see the robot that has the half spider tread, half foot tread. You'll recognize some Vectra parts and some Iwasaka parts, and then a bunch of other stuff kind of jammed on there. And the 3 of them are moving out. It looks like they've got some stuff with them, and they are heading out. If you guys are coming sort of towards the garage like this, they're heading sort of perpendicular to you towards where the golf course kind of abuts more like some woods and things like that. What do you want to do?
wait, frozen in fear.
Okay. Holly, Darlene, you two are actually on your feet. So how long before you move down?
I mean, after they've left, I would want to go to the garage.
Holly?
Yep, same. I'm just whispering like, that's not what you're stealing things for.
I know.
Do you think?
I just
Did
hope
you
some.
see? Did you see anything that was?
She goes, I don't know. What if there's something in there? We gotta go see.
Hopefully, there's something in there.
Yeah.
And Holly, Darlene, they begin to move down. Buzz, Justin, do you follow?
The robots, yeah.
Oh, you're going after the robots while they head down to the thing? Justin starts to move to follow the robots. Buzz, do you follow Justin?
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Cobb.
Well, let's have you two roll sneak. And then I'm going to come back to Darlene and Holly at the garage.
I technically have some dice in that.
You do. And you've got your pride, and you've got luck. You've got this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what'd you roll?
Just 3 ones.
Oh,
It's cool. It's fine. That means I can use my luck to reroll all 3 of those because luckily none of them were successes, right?
that's correct.
Okay, cool. Cool. And that's a 4 and 2 6s.
So you are on it. You are moving quietly. Buzz?
Got 1 6.
Okay. So you two will follow these robots as they move. And you will see them get up to the fence line and begin to go over it. Like coordinated, like one kind of gets the bottom, another one crawls on top of that one, and they kind of use that to climb up, and they're going over. They're not great, like they are not super articulated, they're not super well built, and it looks like one of them has some kind of short on it because you can probably see a couple of sparks on it. But
And
we'll
this
come
is
back.
like heading off the grounds of the golf course?
Yeah, they're leaving.
Gotcha.
We'll come back. Holly, Darlene, you will look in, and all of the golf carts and things like that, all of that stuff was taken. Those were sold at auction and all of that. But there's shelving in here, and there's probably some very dim battery operated lighting that you will see, and it's a mess. Like stuff has been thrown around. It almost looks like there's a fight in here. And then you will see sort of from behind this table, you will see this woman kind of like this. What do you two do?
Is she moving?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't think we should be here.
Darlene's like, no, we have it. She's not as afraid of dead people in theory. It's more live people. And I think that she has her mop and she's gripping it. Not like she's going to use it, but just she's gripping it. She's going to go over there. She's going to go, lady.
Don't touch her. She's dead.
You will move over, and when you get close, the body goes, and you will realize once you get close that this is like a mannequin. Like it's like a human shaped robot. I mean, it's clearly not human, but it's got the sort of uncanny valley, like somebody's put a rubber thing over the face and stuff. And it does kind of this reflexive whir and you will see that it's the top half of a robo mannequin woman, and then the lower half is the spider legs.
When it like sits up, Holly throws the robot arm that she's holding at it. Just
Okay.
reflex.
Yeah, and it will boom, bang, ping, cling, cling, ting, things go crashing down. It echoes across there when that happens. Let me cut from that. Buzz, Justin, you are kind of watching carefully, and then in the distance you'll hear and you see the robot stop.
What was that?
What's Holly and Darlene?
It was the robot arm from the line cook robot in the kitchen that I had taken off.
Yeah. Robot arms make noise, not people. So they're standing still, like they stop, like they picked up something and they're clearly holding position. I'm gonna cut back to there's Darlene. You're like kind of frozen a little bit here after that noise. There's that last sound of like a lid that rolls. It does that thing that. You're muted. Take a drink. Still muted, Jerry.
Yes, I know. Unfortunately, my mouse is wackadoo because it doesn't agree with my monitors right now. So I think that she has her mop there and she's waiting. Did the robot actually get upright, or is it sort of stuck and flailing still?
No, it just did that one flail and then fell back, and then the robot arm pitched past it.
Okay.
You will realize, boy, Holly's got an arm on her. Like she threw that thing pretty solidly.
Okay. And I guess that's what I'll do is I'll start skirting around the robot to get to the arm so I can give it back to Holly in case we need to throw it again. But there's that thing of going, she kind of goes, "Can you talk?" to the robot.
As you move, Holly kind of standing there. Darlene's going to get your weapon back for you.
I take it with an embarrassed thanks.
You will realize that like the sort of lower back area of this robot is kind of torn open, and you can see that the bunch of wires have been cut. It looks like whatever happened was like a little short there.
You mean, does it look like a robot murder?
Yes.
And I'll go, "Oh my gosh, they murdered her."
No, it's not real.
No, it's real. And actually, Darling does this really kind of like, almost like her eyes go a little glassy. And I think that she's going to go over there and go, "Can we put the wires back together?" And she's like right by it.
Probably. Where'd Justin go?
I don't know. Go get him. Maybe we could talk to the robot.
Oh, I'll go outside and see if I can see them.
Okay. Let's cut back to you two. See the robot stop. They listen. Do you two hold position?
I think Justin is scrambling in his pockets, and he pulls out that camera and battery setup, and like calls Cop over as he reconnects and turns on the camera and just like holds it up into Cop's mouth for him to like breathe and lick on. And I'm hoping that this will send some sort of like signal that, hey, something is messing with the restaurant back there, and if anyone is like observing the video feed, it'll just be like teeth and tongue or whatever. But I'm hoping that this will in some way like distract the robots.
Yeah, you'll see them stop. They kind of there's clearly they're listening, and then some other signal. You see they've got something they're carrying with them, and you can see like a little glow of like a feed there, and they finish going over the fence, and they head out into the woods.
Good boy, cop.
Do you think that Holly sees you first, or do you see Holly first? Buzz.
I think she sees us first.
Holly, you're moving through there, and you will see Buzz and Justin crouched in the bushes watching this fence line.
I will wave my arms over my head, but not say anything.
What is she doing?
You look back and you see Holly like
Ah! All right, yeah. I guess let's go that way. I mean, we defeated the evil robots, so.
I guess we can just walk now.
I suppose if you want to be undramatic about it.
and you three will return back to the garage. What are you doing while you are alone in this garage, Darlene?
I think to her, she's like, she goes into that sort of full reassurance mode. So she's telling the robot that it'll be okay, that Justin will come back and put the wires back together. She goes, it's okay.
And then you'll hear the crunch, and Holly and Justin and Buzz return back, and you two will see this scene of some sort of robot war. And you'll see Darlene standing by what at first glance looks like a woman's body.
Oh, God!
It's not real, it's a robot.
What? Why wouldn't you tell us that before we came in? It looks a lot like a dead body.
It's not, it's a robot.
Oh, I don't feel good. What's going on?
So we think they tried to murder her. Can you fix her, Justin? Or Buzz, can you fix her?
Are you sure that's a robot?
Yeah, look.
I please want you to be very sure.
She's got wires in her back.
Okay.
Look, just take a look, like her face. It's weird.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
Reach out, like poke the skin.
Oh yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's high tech for this time, but it's still a rubber mask over an articulated robot face.
Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, okay. It's just fake skin over a mechanical nightmare. No, it's fine. It's good. That's okay. Cool.
I think one of the things that will strike you is it is a slightly darker skin tone, like not black, maybe Middle Eastern or Indian. It's hard to tell on this thing in this light.
So you said robo murder?
Look at this place. And it looks like she was the one that was attacked.
Oh. So you want us to fix her?
Yeah, I think she could talk. I mean, isn't that what the human-like robots can do?
Yeah, okay. She seems to have a lot of really weird-looking spider legs.
Yeah, they're all patchwork together.
Okay, no, it's just rubber skin, and it just happens to look flesh-colored and very much like a back that has large slice open and veins. I mean, wires pulled out. It's fine. Nicole's led me through stuff like this. It'll be fine. Gulp.
So I need you, Justin, to make a calculate check to figure out what needs to be done.
All right. I will definitely pull out my magnifying glass for this because it is way better to see on the small scale than the large scale at this point. I want to forget that this is a big robot lady.
Okay.
All right.
So Luke, that's 8 dice. There's no chance that you could fail.
Not unless some evil GM cursed me before I had a chance to roll.
Hate it.
Oh, like that.
Oh, did you fail?
I appear to have not rolled a single 6, oddly.
Wow, those odds were not. If it's odds said you were going to make a success on it, would you like to reroll?
So strange. I really would.
Okay.
I have one more luck, so I'll spend that on. And get 3 6s.
Absolutely. So you know what needs to be done. You kind of check it out. This is actually a pretty well built robot. Like, this is well designed. It's clearly a one-off built machine, but unlike the other ones that you saw that were very much hodgepodge and kind of scrapped together, this one, somebody took some time to build it and they knew what they were doing. Like, it is very well done. And you will be able to tell. And I just need somebody to tinker to see how well you put this together. What level of restoration is done? Does that seem fair?
Mm-hmm. Does it seem like she is made out of these stolen parts, like bits and pieces that we've heard have been stolen?
No, not at all.
Okay.
She's fairly complete and well assembled.
She's made out of parts that are made for this, where the others are just made out of junk. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of look and it looks like hand milling and that kind of thing, like custom made. Buzz, would you like to fix the robot?
I'll give it a whirl. 3.
You're going to get 2 extra dice for Justin's amazing success in the face of disaster.
I feel like this looks like Buzz and Justin arguing over the proper way to do it, where I have like no technical background, but I'm like, you just gotta like feel the parts and like they all connect how they're supposed to connect.
Yeah, Justin is like carefully tracing circuits with a pen, and you just like come in and start connecting wires over where he's looking.
Wow, amazing. 7 dice and not a single 6.
Oh no.
That's what I got luck for. Reroll. This is statistically impossible. I got no 6s.
Well, you've got a couple of choices here. You can invoke your pride, or you get one more bite at the apple if you take a condition.
I think I gotta invoke my pride. I can double clutch better than anyone. I can also double clutch a robot back into operation better than anyone.
Okay. So you will get these pieces together. Is there anything I should know about what Darlene and Holly have been doing while this process has been going on? Because it probably takes about 30 minutes for them to do this.
Yeah, I think like in watching like pretty interestingly, and then like once they start arguing, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Exactly. I think Darlene's going through all the stuff that's been tossed around, looking for the boards.
I think you can find them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like clearly what has been taken here and brought back here are lots and lots of boards. Not the other stuff that was stolen. Like, you don't see the internal part to the big farming robot or anything.
But there were some boards missing from that too, right?
Yeah.
So do we? I will take the boards back to Buzz to see if any of those are the robot boards.
No.
Okay. Well, at least I've got mine. So she tucks those away. Just like, we're going to have to go after those robots to get the ones from the robot. Maybe
And
she'll.
as soon as you're saying that and Buzz connects that last wire, this robot leans forward and you hear this very distinctive voice has a slight accent to it, and it will hang on, I've got a thing here. It says, good morning, Tariq. And it stops, and you see it like it's kind of rebooting and processing, and it starts to move back, kind of pushing Buzz, you, and Justin back a little bit. And it says, I'm sorry, I don't know you.
Hi, my name's Ronald, but I go by Buzz.
Hello, Ronald, who goes by Buzz.
Just Buzz. Fine.
Buzz.
You were broken. We were fixing you. It's okay now, though, because you're fixed, right? You feel better. You seem better. You look better. Please don't hurt us.
And who are you?
Oh, I'm Jeremy. Justin. I know words.
Justin. And turns, like, clearly the visible scanners, like the head moves like a little degree further than it ought to, and then a little further degree than it ought to look around, and looks at you, Darlene and Holly, and says, and who are you?
I'm Darlene.
Holly. Hi.
And she says, you shouldn't be here. It is dangerous. Also, my chronometer shows that it is 9:35. I'm assuming that you ought to be home with your parents.
We need to know why those other robots tried to murder you.
And it will stop, and it clearly kind of, again, processing, and it says, they do not wish me to stop them.
What are you trying to stop?
They have taken over the household. Father built them, and they have taken over the household.
Did Father build you?
No, I am Mother.
They're stealing stuff.
Yes, they are. Father knows how to build other servants to help in case of emergencies. Father decided to do that, and he has been gathering parts and making more. I am worried about Tariq.
What is the emergency?
I do not believe there is an emergency.
Who's Tariq?
Tariq is my son.
Is he a robot?
No.
Can I roll like connect or something? Is
X.
Oh, to know who Tariq is? Or?
yeah, like if he's an actual person in this town.
Yeah, if you've got you've got a contact of one. So I actually think I can I'll roll your contact. I'll tell you the basic thing, and then if you do well, I'll give you some more info.
All right, so dice. I roll contact with his, which is 0, and heart 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to
2,
read?
4, 2 5s. I have a look. Let's use it.
Absolutely.
One six. Yep.
So I'll give you the basic info, and then I'll tell you some other things. You know that Tariq Camille is a student at your school. He's probably a little bit younger than you. He's probably in Darlene and Justin's grade. You know that his father and some of his family passed away a few years ago, and that he's essentially living with his mother. Uh, 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 duh, 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 duh.
I probably wouldn't know his mother's name.
Yeah, living with Tariq's living with his mom. You know, Tariq's very, very keeps to himself. And you also realize that his uncle is one of the 4-H people. I'll give you a follow-up question.
Has he been at school recently?
He has missed a lot of school recently. Since the school year began, he's been infrequent in his attendance. You've heard that he's been sick and so on, but he always has notes. And this is the era before, if kids miss too many, they cause problems, and they start calling up. She goes, I need to clean up. And she starts to spider leg move around here and moves to start picking up things off the ground.
Oh, okay. That's very. Oh wow. Do you? Ah, wow. Do you know where Father is right now?
And she's kind of facing away from you, and that torso turns a full 180.
Uh,
Father is at the house.
Do you have an address?
I think she means the golf course house thing.
No.
No.
The house, our house.
Tariq's house.
Oh,
Why aren't you at the house with Tariq?
Because I objected to Father. I had to leave. And she kind of gestures to the boards and things, working on a way to shut Father down.
Is Tariq in danger?
And that takes a bit. Tariq is supposed to be a good boy. I do not think Father remembers that.
Didn't Tariq's father pass away a few years ago?
Yes.
Did you make a new one?
I did not make a new one.
Who made a new one?
Mrs. Camille made a new one before she died.
And who made you?
Mrs. Camille, I am mother. Tariq cannot be left alone.
No,
Okay.
it sounds like you need somebody.
Holly, you were going to say something?
No, just that's real sad.
I need to put this together.
Okay, can we help you?
Shouldn't you all be in bed?
Yes, but I already told my parents that I was somewhere, so it's okay.
As long as you informed them, that is the most important thing.
Yes.
What is it you're making?
And she gestures and she says, I think there is a way to erase Father's programming to stop him. And she gestures where you can see that a number of the boards have kind of been put together, like clearly scavenged, and she's kind of been building something, drags it out.
So you're just trying to kill two? Just like the other ones?
We can reboot Father. We can clear up the anomalies. And then all in the household will be fine.
Oh, like upgrade him. Father 2.0, right?
That is a way of thinking of it.
What about Tariq's uncle?
Tariq's uncle must not know. He came by this summer and was suspicious, and that is when Father became agitated.
Do you think Tariq's uncle would take good care of Tariq?
I am his mother. I am to take care of Tariq.
But what if his uncle helped too?
We are not allowed to inform Tariq's uncle.
What does Tariq think?
Tariq is a good boy.
Okay. We'll help you.
What, Buzz, Holly? What is your take on this conversation?
I think Buzz is at a stage of like very childish wonder. So I think like the horror is really hitting Buzz. It's just so like alien that it's like fantastic. It's like in the way of like fantasy, right? And
Like the dinosaur.
yeah. I'm like, I think I'm mostly waiting so for if and when we leave, so I can be like, God, it'd be so cool to have robot parents. Just, like completely not kind of, I don't like not really grasping the severity of like two dead parents and like what's happening.
Holly?
I mean, having robot parents is better than having no parents. And I don't think she's quite figured out in her head, like, whether it would be better to have robot parents or a human uncle. Because, like, his uncle doesn't seem like he's around.
she will carefully begin to pull these boards together to finish up the device that she was working on. And she will ask, like, could you hold this? And
Yeah.
get your help for the next half hour of her, doing spot welding and so on.
And
She says, there is a control board missing that I needed.
when you're done, can I have it back?
Yes.
Okay.
And you hand over your uncle's board?
Yeah. And I say, should Tariq be in the house when you do this?
I am afraid Tariq is in danger, and I wish to do this as soon as possible. If Father sent people after me, his programming is more deviant than I thought.
Okay. So I can call the house and tell Tariq to come out and play with us?
I must go now. Father will not let Tariq go out after dark.
Okay. And she sort of looks at the other kids. She's like, so we should go and help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like doing all this work for the last like half hour is really.
You have informed your parents?
Oh, yeah, they know where we are.
Buzz, she looks at you.
You told them you were with Justin, didn't you?
Well, my mom had already gone to sleep. Oh.
And I mean, Cop is like a deputy parent, right?
Yeah, if Cop's here, I'm safe. I'm fine.
I will call your parents later and explain to them that you will deserve a punishment.
That's okay. You don't have to do that.
Oh, no, I do.
I did tell my mom then.
Are you fibbing?
I don't know what that means, so no.
And she gathers this device together and she says, we should go before it gets too awfully late for all of you. There is a curfew.
Okay. I still have my mop.
And as you go along walking with this robot, and she knows to keep to essentially the off-path things, there is this weird thing that she does throughout the travels. Like Holly, when you like have to hop the fence, she stops and goes, "You are very athletic and graceful."
Gonna join the basketball team.
That seems like a very good idea.
Do you need help? Your legs don't look.
She says, I can get over. And she does, but it does take a bit for her to get over. And later on, when like Justin, you see something, you tell them to stop. She comes over after that. She goes, "You have very good eyes. You did a very good job spotting danger."
Oh, thank you. Mrs. Mother, can I
Yes.
ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
You-
What is your last name?
Uh-oh. Thomas.
I was very sad to hear about the passing of your father.
Oh, thanks, I guess. No, I was wondering, you said Mrs. Camille, she programmed you and also father?
Yes,
Um, how? Like, was he already, was it after he died?
I don't understand what you're asking.
How
Could you
did
repeat?
how did she program someone's personality in? I mean, like input and output, that makes sense, but
And she paused. She goes, I do not think that we are fully of them. We are who we are.
but Tariq, what does he call you?
He calls me mother. But she says, though Mrs. Camille is my mother, I am not fully her. I am my own person.
We should hurry.
And as you go along, there is a thing. She stops anytime you do something good. She stops to compliment and praise you. And if there's a moment where you might be stepping out into something a little bit dangerous, she does say, "You should be careful, Buzz."
Don't worry, I do this all the time.
I think at some point I end up walking next to Justin, and it's like, she's really nice.
She is really nice. She gives very nice compliments. I mean, it's sort of like a hug, not like a real hug because she has spider legs, and I feel like that would be a bit creepy, but like a word hug.
Yeah.
And eventually you will get to this house. It is like not unlike Buzz's house, a kind of out in the country, isolated former farmhouse and it's just a nice house on a big stand of land. Um, and the five of you approach, and you will see you kind of get up to like the fence line, and you see Mother kind of boom, and hobbles back a couple of steps.
What happened?
Mother.
There is something blocking me.
Like a force field?
It it is something I do not understand.
We'll go
Do you,
look. Should we go look?
You cannot put yourselves in danger.
oh, we won't be in any danger unless the force field will hurt us. You don't think it'll hurt us?
I do not think so, but I cannot let you go.
I have to drop homework off for Tariq.
It is very late.
I'll just go and leave it on the porch.
Besides, if you're not with Tariq and Tariq's in danger, don't you need to be with him?
And you see her process like seriously, like you can kind of almost hear the drives whirring there, solid state early, and she will look, and she will hold out the device to you, Holly.
What device is this?
This is the shut father down device. She says, you should take this just in case.
Okay, but not unless we have to.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And she holds on to the device to shut down Father.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
I'm sorry, I do not understand. Do you want?
We'll go and try to. You said not just like reset him, not shut him down.
I am sorry. I understand Tariq very well, but I am getting used to you.
Can
And
you reset him from here?
pardon?
Can you reset him from here?
No. This needs to be attached to him.
Okay, so we'll go do that. Right?
Yep.
She hands you the device. And what do the four of you do?
I think I'm going to go with my standard thing. We're going to go and drop off Tariq's homework, but we're going to go up and ring the doorbell. In theory, Father should answer.
So you four will, are you all going up together up to the front door?
I'm going. Yeah.
Okay. Holly, Darlene, Buzz, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Buzz has a better idea.
Well, maybe I'll like pull Holly's elbow and say like, wait, maybe we should hide around the corner and like jump out so we can, like surprise the father, right?
Well, maybe I'll listen.
Adults never listen.
That's true. You just there's like a porch.
Yeah. Probably
Just-
a swing on it and everything.
We can just like hide on the other side of the swing, like the door, pillars, whatever. Okay.
And the four of you approach. Buzz goes to hide. Justin, do you hide as well?
No, I'll grow up with Darlene. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
You will see on the front door that there is one of those drop-off boxes for packages and things. And you can see that there is not a doorbell, but like a buzzer and a speaker there.
Oh. Okay. Darlene's like, I'm going to have to come up with a good lie. All right. Okay, I got it. All right. And guess she goes up and she pushes on the buzzer.
By the way, it's like 10:45 at night by this point.
Right.
And you'll hear, hello?
And
What can I do for you, little girl?
and she sort of stops and I want it to be that she's very much surprised by this and she's like, what's going oh. And then she like pushes the button to do the talk thing, even though she doesn't need to. So she's hitting the buzzer and
Please,
talk.
please stop hitting the button. Please.
Okay.
Please stop hitting the button.
All right. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to drop off some homework for Tariq.
Ah, thank you. Sorry. It is very late.
It is very late, but I told my parents that I forgot and they dropped me off. So could you come and get it? I have a diorama and she kind of goes, and he's supposed to do, She goes, there's so much stuff, and
You can put it in the box. Tariq has gone to bed already.
it won't fit.
Then you can set it on the box. Thank
But
you.
then the fruit flies will die. That's why I had to come tonight. He's got to feed them.
They don't live very long, you know. And we're all out of fruit.
Okay, let's have that charm.
Okay. All right.
We're all out of.
fruit. I need the link again because my monitor has
Oh,
died again.
that's right.
So, sorry. I apologize.
Someone has cleared all the dice as if to say, these dice are evil.
Screw you, dice. Go away.
Okay. Oh, great. It's building itself over there. Awesome. Let's see here. Yeah. Someone's going to have to roll for me. Sorry.
How many dice?
I don't know. You'd have to look at my character sheet, which I can't see thanks
Oh.
to my.
So your charm is 2 and your heart is 4, so that's 6 dice.
Okay. I can't possibly fail.
That's what I was thinking. So I will roll 6 dice for you.
Thank you.
Submit. So that is 1 success.
All right.
Please wait.
Okay. Essentially, I pull a bunch of stuff out of my backpack that I've been carrying.
Buzz, this is you're kind of hidden away. And Cop's ears go back. And you can kind of look back and you can see on the lawn there this like a low, almost, it's bigger than a Roomba, but it's a low thing, kind of moves across and kind of sets into position on the lawn.
Holly.
What? He's coming back. It's okay.
No, there's no in the yard. Look in the yard.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Kind of look the other way. It looks like 2 of these things, one on either side, have come up and kind of settled into position.
Hey guys.
Yeah. She's still going through her backpack. What?
There's more robots.
We're surrounded.
It's cool. He's totally buying it.
I don't know if these robots are.
Do they look like they've been cobbled together with pieces of other things, or?
Yeah.
No, they're the same.
I think Darlene will walk over to the edge of the porch and sort of wait. Like she's a little further from the doorway and look out there. Give them something to watch rather than you guys.
And you'll hear the sound of sliding lock on the door, kind of shunk, shunk.
Getting ready.
And the door comes open, and of course immediately there's the light from the inside hits you out here in the dark, and you will see this kid in sweatpants and a t-shirt that you'll recognize as Tariq, and he's standing there. Clearly he hasn't been asleep, as the look of somebody who's been up watching TV or whatever. And he's like,
I was definitely already rushing him when he opened the door.
yeah. It's like, who are you guys?
Hi, Tariq. I'm Darlene. I was supposed to bring your homework.
Dad said there was something about fruit flies.
Yeah, there's a biology thing. You haven't been in class for a long time.
Yeah. Who cares?
So, I ran into your mom.
And you see he looks back like behind the door. He's got the door partially open, and he kind of looks back like to kind of go, uh-oh.
She wanted you to have this homework. She was very concerned.
I don't think you ran into my mom. I don't think you ran into my mom.
Oh, okay. She was asking. That's all. And she sort of stops and goes, I thought she looked like you.
Must have just been your teacher, though, right?
I don't know. I can never tell all the adults apart. But she does give him a big look. She
And
goes,
he's clearly like, so it wasn't, you didn't see my mom.
no, I guess not. She didn't say
No,
it. She just asked.
definitely not.
And let me roll something here.
Oh,
What? You don't get to roll things?
Oh yeah, this game allows me to roll here. So you will see Holly, you guys kind of keeping an eye on those things, and you will see them pop up on little legs, like little robot legs. And you will see this like two-pronged thing come out from them, and the two of them begin to scurry serpentine towards the porch.
I'm going to push everyone inside the house.
So pull the screen door open and push everybody in.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll go.
Let's have you
Okay, yeah.
let's have you roll force.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Two sixes. So
Two
I'm just like
sixes.
pulling open the screen door and just like,
Yeah.
guys, go.
And are you pushing your way through to push Tariq aside?
Yep.
Okay. So it's this hallway, steps going up. Off to the side is a room, and you push Tariq back, and he'll kind of tumble down in the hall. And you will see this standing upright robot figure there. And it's a supposed to be a male shaped robot. It has that same uncanny valley as the mom. It doesn't have the spider legs, but it does move faster than you would have expected. But you push Tariq back, and you get yourself some room away. What are the three of you doing? What are you doing, Darlene?
The backpack that I had,
Yes.
I'm going to throw that down at the robot's feet so that hopefully he'll tangle up in it and sort of move past him so he's got a second target. I think, well, also just to get a kind of around and away.
Okay, that is a move check.
Oh, well, I guess you get to roll it for me. So
Now I'm going to let one of the other players do this for you, because otherwise the GM is a horrible person.
I suppose I can roll if you don't like outcomes. How many dice?
So she has 4 dice for this.
No, really. There we go. 3, 3, 3, 5.
So no successes, Sherry.
I have a luck reroll.
And you. And there. A 6.
Yes.
6. So you will throw it. Are you more concerned about sort of halting him or providing him another target?
I think probably halting him so that Holly has a chance to get that in there.
Okay. Buzz, Justin, these two little taser robots are rushing the porch. What are you doing? You could run inside to try and get cover and put yourself in the line of fire, or you could try and deal with them here. Justin?
I am going to rip the wires out of the battery that was charging that camera and try and get the battery in the way of its shocky contact and cause some sort of feedback or whatever.
Ooh, I like that. Does that sound like Tinker?
Oh, I will take that any day.
That is a generous thing from your GM, by the way.
All right. Let's clear this nonsense. 4 more fresh, brand new dice. No, not 45. That would be lovely. It's 3 1s and a 2. Roll for your party has very strong feelings about me tonight.
Let me ask you this. Do you want to use your pride?
Yeah. I mean, how is this going to look if this gets back to Nicole and she hears that we fought robots and got taken down by the Roombas when there's like spider bots to fight and all that? No. These are just the mooks and we got to get through them fast.
So this thing comes up over the side railing and you drop that, boom, and there'll be that, and your hair will go up when that happens, but it will kind of fall back like a beetle that's hit a bug zapper. And it will drop with that kind of sound. Buzz, this other one's coming for you.
I'm gonna try to like jump on it.
Sure.
And yeah, just like
let's have you make a move roll.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Sure, this will be fine. And then we're going to come back to Holly.
One six.
1-6. So you get on this and you tackle it. And you've kind of got it held right now. And it's like trying to get the zapper at you, but you've got a hold of it. Holly, you've knocked Tariq down this hallway. He's back out of the way. This lumbering robot is there, but then this backpack kind of gets tangled and he has to stop for a second. What do you want to do?
As I like pushing Tariq back, like as he falls, just like sorry.
Yeah, and he kind of stumbles backwards. Looks like this father robot is coming for you, though.
We just came to talk about because your things they're stealing stuff and like it's his stuff and it's her stuff and
let's have you make a move roll.
one six.
1-6. So it's tangled, but you try to talk, to this thing.
Yeah, because like it's supposed to be better than people.
It is, and it's supposed to be a father, and it kind of looks like a father. It kind of dresses like your dad, that sort of thing. And you kind of hold off, but it isn't listening, and it moves to grab you, and its arm comes past you and like shatters some of the stair railing, and you duck out of the way of that. So let's come to Darlene. Holly tries to reason with it. Tariq is kind of scrambling to get up. What do you want to do?
Oh man. Okay. So the backpack kind of tangled his feet up
It
a
looks
little
like
bit.
otherwise it would have grabbed with both arms at Holly.
Okay. I think, wow, this is like super bad. So when she sees the like arm go past Holly and it hits and shatters like that, she does like it's an honest to goodness scream. But I think the only thing she can think of to do is to like run past him into the room back there and see if she can grab her backpack on the way, hoping that she can actually tangle him up a little bit
So
more.
that sounds like move.
Okay. Thank you for whoever rolls for me.
How many?
4.
I'm hoping to suck up all your luck.
2 6s. So you dive past.
Okay.
Kind of scramble into that room, grab another one of these, grab your backpack up, and you see there are a few other robots in here that are coming this way.
Mm-hmm.
These are all very hodgepodge handmade ones that are kind of rolling up. But you've got your backpack and you're behind him now.
Okay.
Justin, Darren, you will see off in the distance, and that scream goes off. You will hear this crackle and flash, and you will see come tearing over the lawn, sparks coming off of her. You see Mother rushing to help. Clearly, like systems are going haywire in here, even as she's pushing through that because you heard the scream. What do you do, Justin? Because you can see inside the door. You see the situation. You hear the psh of the stairs. You hear the scream from Darlene.
I think I go diving like just inside the doorway where Tariq's still on the ground.
Yeah, he's pushed back down the hall. Holly very carefully got him out of the way, so he's well past.
Gotcha. Can I scramble over to him?
Yeah, let's have you make a move roll.
Okay, well these 6s are nice, right? So I'll just re-roll those
Yeah.
for a 1 and a 2.
Now you can mark a condition and get one more chance at a reroll here.
You know, everybody keeps talking about how late it is, and it is sort of late, and I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go with sleepless. To re-roll these 2 dice. No.
And as you go past, that's when Father's other arm comes out and grabs you by the back of your collar and lifts you a couple feet off the ground. Like you're up, held like that. As he kind of hoists you up. Buzz.
Just as he does,
Oh, sure.
I'll just yell down the hallway to Tariq. Tariq, there's a field hurting Mother. Something keeping her out.
Buzz, what are you doing?
Oh man. There's stuff I want to do, but I gotta disable this dumb Roomba. So I think I'm just gonna like tear into it and try to like turn it off so I can go and actually do something else.
Is this tinker for like trying to like pop the battery, or is this force where you smash it repeatedly?
Yeah, I think it's force. I just want to deactivate it. I want to like stop it. So yeah, I'm not thinking about it. 6.
Okay, let's have you roll.
Yeah, 6. 1, 6.
So, and you'll bring it down and it will shatter and you'll hear a little sound as it shuts down there. Spark goes out. Ooh.
I just want to see if I can look around and see like something to turn this field off, like maybe even just like a circuit box or something for the house.
Wow, that'll be on the next time I come to you, won't it be?
Yeah, I'm just projecting my goals.
Holly, Father has Justin.
Yeah, and I like froze for a second when that fist came past her head and smashed. Like there's probably just like bits of wood against my face or whatever, and I think she just kind of throws herself at it and just like says, "You're supposed to be better. You're not supposed to be like them. You're like the dinosaurs. Stop it."
You want to try him and get Justin away, or you want to try and knock him down? What's your goal?
To try to shove this thing in wherever it's supposed to go.
Then I think that's actually going to be a move roll to kind of maneuver to get that in there.
Um, 1-6, but I would kind of also like to use my pride here.
2 successes.
Okay. Yep.
So you can get this up on him, and there is a switch to activate it. Do you activate it?
Yes.
Boom, hit that against and flip that, and you'll hear a woof from it, and like it crackles with electricity. And you will see it stagger back. It lets go of Justin, and it goes, no, my son. And then it falls backwards with all of the weight that entails from a 6-foot robot. And it will crash into the hardwood floors. And it will just kind of there. And you can see the other robots who've been coming up, like, stop. And Darlene, you're there, and what do you do?
This is it. She's like walking around trying to look to see if the reboot has occurred because it's got her board in it. And she's like, Tariq, it's just a reboot.
It doesn't seem to be coming back online.
Mother will know what to do.
Buzz, what are you doing? You see Mother comes rushing up the steps. Buzz.
I think I just kind of like pleading with her. I think like we really tried, but everything kind of went wrong.
You're a good son, Buzz. Tell Tariq I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything we did our best. Everything's gonna be fine.
You did your best. She goes down. Hear the smell of electrical fire and the smoke kind of start to roil out.
I'm probably, oh man, it's gonna be messy. I think in the midst of tears and crying, I just want to try and like fix Mom. There's a lot of like, no, you can't stop working. Like everything's fine. Like you can't leave Tariq.
We see you scorching your fingers trying to help. Justin, Tariq is like getting up and looking. What is going on?
I think Justin is like dived towards Father on the ground. Is also like shaking him and waiting for him to reboot. And he's like, Darlene, help me turn him over. He's too heavy. He's like struggling with him to try and turn him over and get to where the wires and stuff on Mother were.
And she goes, let me get the device off. And we'll try to get that thing off of him.
Justin, you have calculate. pretty good roll. I think I'm going to tell you this. You think that mother lied.
No. They're just he's not rebooting by himself. We just have to find a way to restart something in the circuitry. If we can get it out, we can just cross some of these wires. It's like desperately scrabbling at father to try and fix it.
Do you think you can fix him?
No, but I think he's convinced that like Nicole would have been able to.
Oh!
And she's just like AWOL, unexplained.
I
Holly.
think Holly is not helping. Just kind of standing there watching you try, and she just says there's not any point.
And Darlene?
I think she's still clutching that device. And she goes over to Tariq and she goes, "You did speak with your mother. She said this would reboot father."
And he just seems kind of in shock.
She goes, "You're going to need to come home, probably with me. Okay? I'll call my uncles. Can you show me where the phone is?"
And he will take you to the phone.
Okay. And she'll call Uncle Albie. They get calls in the middle of the night. And
Says the name of the funeral home.
Uncle Albie, it's Darlene. I need you to pick me up from the Camille's.
All right. I thought you were staying over with Nicole.
We were gonna, but I had to drop some homework off for Tariq, and he needs a place to stay tonight.
Okay, he hears your voice.
Okay.
Buzz. Finally get your fingers out of there, out of the scorching.
I think I maybe just like sat on the steps of the porch, like crying. I'm a cop who's probably doing that like whiny dog thing, or like dog whining, like, you know, emotively. And it's just sad because it's like watching Tariq's parent like fail in this bodily way. I think it's just a little too much and is making Buzz think about his dad.
And I think there's probably, if I can move forward here, probably a montage of Uncle Albie showing up. Hasn't woken his partner up and hasn't woken your mom up. Like he could tell there was something going on. And he kind of comes and looks and doesn't ask questions about this spider-legged robot mom on the front porch. He just kind of, Buzz, you should get into the car. You can put your dog in the trunk, the back part. It's like a station wagon. And he comes over and goes, "Are you all right, Holly?"
You're muted.
Oh. She says no. And I think, yeah, like him asking is too much. And she just starts crying too.
And he looks to you, Darlene. He says, "Why don't you get your friend to the car?" And he kind of helps get Tariq moved and kind of out the door, and he looks back, and it's you and him in the house alone for a few moments, Justin. Darlene's uncle.
I think he's just been like, he broke down horrible crying over father sort of thing. Manages to get it together just enough to look up at him and say, so, think you'll bury in the caskets this time?
And he kind of sets his jaw. I mean, he clearly hears you say that and clearly gets what you're saying. And he says, like he's about to say something. Like you can almost see that he's about to like point you towards your mother, like because clearly she must have known or approved of this. And he's about to say that, but he doesn't. And he just nods and he says, let's get everybody home.
Yeah, let's get everybody home. Back to their parents. Parent. Nobody.
And he will move you out of the house. So, Holly, do you go to Jeremy's party? You're muted.
That's the next day, right?
That is the next day.
I don't think she wants to, but she does. Just to have something to like think about that isn't everything else.
Do you get the others? Do you get Justin and the others to go with you, or any of them, or none of them?
Well, they had very clearly said they were going trick-or-treating in the fancy part of town. I don't remember what Justin's decision was. Because he would have really been going with me, but
yeah, Justin was still going to go to the party. He was just going to show up a little bit late, and I think like even that whole day, like if you call him or just check in, he'll be like, yeah. But he never shows up at the party.
Holly, do you wear a costume?
no.
Buzz,
I don't think she has a good time.
Yeah. Buzz, Darlene, do you go trick-or-treating? They've moved it from Monday because Monday's a bad night to have Halloween to that Saturday.
Yeah, I think I do because I think my mom like kind of makes me basically like, you know, I can't really like talk to her about what happens in my 10-year-old mind. So I think I go just because I'm like obligated to.
And your sister does take you. Seems very disappointed that Nicole doesn't show up. / Nicole's brother. And what about you, Darlene?
I think that the thing is Tariq has been there that day, called the uncle, tried to sort out the situation because his mother died, but it's never like official. And now we have to do something about that. So it's a sort of negotiation that's going on. And Tariq is sort of more out of it than he, and when I say out of it is he isn't the one that gets to make decisions. But Darlene has been kind of spending that day going between Tariq and then to her uncles and whispering, essentially about Tariq to them so that they're kind of keeping that in mind. But by the end of the day, her mom comes to do the makeup and she's like, she kind of turns to Tariq and she goes, "Do you want to go? We can just get out of here."
And he nods. It's like he's confused, like he doesn't know what to feel.
Mm-hmm. And so we'll both get dressed up as sort of matching ghosts.
Your
Yeah.
mother has done the dyeing that you asked for, so you're force ghosts.
Yeah, I explained that to Tariq.
Okay.
It's a Star Wars thing. I don't get it either, but we still look spooky. And we'll go. Mrs. Peterson will pick us up and we'll go.
I would like to move to kid epilogues. These aren't the epilogues for our characters, but they are epilogues for this moment in their lives here in the fall. So I'm going to do reverse order. We're going to do Catan style. Darlene, what is epilogue? We're here in this fall section of the year. What do we see as a little bit of an epilogue of you going into this next part of your life?
I think, if anything, the whole thing with Tariq's mother sort of underscored the kind of thing of that loss. And she kind of goes with it, like, for all of her friends that she spends time with, she takes pictures of their parents. She takes pictures of their family members. She takes pictures of them, and she starts keeping this sort of almost obsessive catalog of people that she knows so that she has a picture of them before.
And Buzz?
I think we see another funeral scene. And it's probably like maybe like Darlene doing her thing and being a good friend and like comforting Buzz, like probably like outside of the funeral home, where like or not the funeral home, I guess like outside of like the church or something where the service is being held. And I think that's it. But I mean, we know that.
We know.
Yeah. And we know what happens after, right? Like it's just school and farm work and Patty leaving and
We'll see where you are in 4 years.
Yeah.
Justin.
So I think it's like a still shot in Justin's room. It's empty, but over on his desk there's this computer set up, and you can see like the box of like brand new. He talked his mom into getting it. It's just unpacked there on his desk. And the sort of like still shot is broken by like yelling going on in another part of the house. You can sort of hear it muffled through the door. It's Justin and his mom, and there's like they're yelling about the funeral and his dad and this empty casket, and about like Darlene's uncles told me everything, sort of lies, and just around and around before it breaks off, and he comes like running up the stairs, and the door to his room like slams open and closed again. He hits the stereo, which starts like blaring U2 at way too loud volume. Bring that favorite song back in.
Absolutely.
He's pacing back and forth, just like fuming, until he like takes a couple of breaths, calm. Okay, he goes and sits down at the desk at the computer and boots it on and does all the like slow computer startup stuff. But when it does, he pulls out a drawer from his desk and pulls out this circuit board. I think there's like a flashback to him desperately trying to fix Father there in Tariq's home, and he's slipping the circuit board out of Father when nothing happens into his pocket. He hooks it up to some leads on the computer and boots up a program. and just very slowly types in on the keyboard, "Hello, father," hits enter. There's like ... of green processing time. And then it just letter by letter pops up with "Hello, Justin," and then cut.
Wow. Holly.
So we get like shot of nice fall trees, and then like Holly standing with the kids at the side of the school, smoking, and like they're talking, but like you can't hear what they're saying. And then she'll like put out a cigarette and just like hitch her backpack up and walk home. And we get like the entire this long following shot, and she passes like the kids. You probably see all the other kids in the background, in like the high school and the basketball courts, but she doesn't look at it. And just goes up back to her house and opens the doorway. We see her dad's car in the front. And then the door closes. Then we just hear like birdsong. Pull back.
And I think we see pull back to those trees, and then we see a little bit later, and with a sort of overlay where we see the snow, and we can see that it is sort of Christmas, and we probably get a quick maybe shot of everybody's houses, those that are decorated for Christmas and those that are not, and we kind of pull back away from the shot of Wayward, and that's where we end this season. So next time we will look at our new characters, which won't take, I don't think it'll take that long, but go ahead and this week, if you want to start putting things in to your sheet, if you have questions about things, we can do that. You don't necessarily have to go in the same order as you were in the other sheet, but they are there under things. And that's where this arc ends. I'm going to stop the broadcast.